Grabbing the attention of students this semester are the new hours and removal of breakfast from the meal exchange times. Last year, students were able to go to the Point Cafe at any time to receive meal exchange, breakfast included. Students also had the option of getting regular or chocolate milk as a drink rather than getting something from the soft drink fountain. Many students feel the changes have not been made clear by Point Park, so every time they get milk with their meal, it is actually being charged to their Flex account. Due to student outcry, USG invited the food director to their weekly meeting. School officials say these changes are still a work in progress.
Shuttle drivers estimate over 100 students packed the shuttle vans as one of the biggest clubs on campus got a much-needed win on Friday night. Point Park's rugby club won 5-0 against rivals CMU. The club has been at the Point Park since 2010, and the win marked the end of the team's 3-year losing streak against CMU. Up next, the Pioneers will travel to Fairmont State University.
The Career Development Center would like to remind students of the annual Job and Internship Fair Tuesday, September 30th from 12 to 3 p.m. in the Student Center. Students will have the opportunity to network with over 100 employers hiring for internships, part-time and full-time jobs. Remember to bring your resume, dress professionally, and if you would like to have your resume reviewed beforehand, please contact the Career Development Center.
Students at the university can now compete for a recording contract. That's right, the contract is with Pioneer Records, Point Park's new record label. This all came when several SAEM professors decided they wanted to give students hands-on experience that will prepare them for the real world. The new Pioneer Records is staging a grand opening contest for Point Park students. Students will need to submit a demo, and the winner will win a 2-semester-long recording contract. 300 copies of their CD and a record release party on campus. Students want to be part of the contest need to submit their demo CD by October 3rd at 4 p.m. to Ed Travisari's office on the 11th floor of West Penn. The Osteria 100 vacancy has finally been filled. 100 Wood is the new campus restaurant that filled the gap left on the first floor of Point Park University's Frontier Hall, Kelsey.
That's right, and it just opened, and I actually had the opportunity to visit the new restaurant. Pittsburgh culture meets Pittsburgh taste as 100 Wood is the newest restaurant to hit the 412.
I want them to be casual, fast service, everything made, scratch made to order.
Dennis Scott, the owner of 100 Wood, says he wants his customers to leave happy. Besides the laid-back atmosphere, Scott also says the restaurant uses locally sourced options as much as it can.
We really focused on using a lot of local breweries, a lot of local farms, a lot of local whiskey suppliers.
Scott says the restaurant at the corner of Wood Street and First Avenue has a little something for everyone. Customers can dine in or take out, have lunch or dinner, and if you aren't hungry for one of their burgers or brick oven pizzas, he plans to always have something special going on.
We'll be doing happy hour specials weekly. We'll drink certain drink specials, food specials during happy hour.
The idea is to make 100 Wood an option for everyone. Whether you live or work downtown or go to school nearby, Scott has even bigger plans for the future.
Hopefully to be here for 10 years at least. Get some live music here on the weekends, showcases, cabarets, poetry, improv, all of that.
Reporting for Point News, I'm Kelsie Metzger. All right, it actually looks like a really good place, Chris. I hope it sticks around for some time.
I hope it sticks around too. And speaking of fun, another fun thing that's coming up. I know golf isn't everyone's most fun time of a sport, but the Ryder Cup is just around the corner, and Josh Croup has it over in sports.
Yes, the biennial Ryder Cup golf competition featuring teams from Europe and the United States will kick off this weekend. The Glen Eagles Hotel in Perthshire, Scotland will play host to the tournament. The #1 ranked golfer in the world, Rory McIlroy, will try to lead the Europeans to their third straight victory in the Ryder Cup and their sixth in the past 7 tournaments. The U.S. team that includes Jim Furyk, Bubba Watson, and Phil Mickelson will try and win the Ryder Cup away from U.S. soil for the first time since 1993. Mickelson's appearance will extend his own U.S. team record for appearances with his 10th. USA captain Tom Watson will become the oldest Ryder Cup captain at age 65, while European captain Paul McGinley will become the first Irishman to capture the Ryder Cup. Tony Stewart will not face criminal charges in the death of Kevin Ward Jr., a grand jury decided in New York on Wednesday. Stewart struck and killed Ward during a sprint car race on August 9th after Ward, upset with Stewart, exited his car during a race and approached Stewart's car while making angry gestures toward him. Stewart missed the next 3 Sprint Cup races and returned at Atlanta Motor Speedway, where he read a statement and didn't take questions after finishing 41st in the race. Stewart still could face a civil suit from Ward's family. After much debate, FIFA announced that the 2022 World Cup will not be held in Qatar because of the scorching temperatures in the Middle Eastern country. Qatar was awarded the tournament back in 2010. FIFA is now looking to shift the tournament to a European winter date to avoid the scorching summer where temperatures routinely rise over 100 degrees. The NFL Players Association will conduct its own investigation into the handling of the Ray Rice domestic violence case by the NFL and the Baltimore Ravens. Former federal prosecutor Richard Craig Smith will conduct the investigation. This investigation will be separate from the NFL's investigation led by former FBI Director Richard Mueller. Both investigations will surround the process that the league and the Ravens took in disciplining Rice after his arrest in February. Well, that's all I have for sports this week. Let's send it back over to Kelsie and Chris.
Thanks, Josh. Straight ahead on Daybreak, another national chain had credit information stolen.
See which Pittsburgh stores it may affect.